Hey everybody, this is Heartless Spartan with another Monster High Toy Talk review. Today, I have the Skulltimate Secrets Garden Mysteries Twyla doll. I haven't reviewed very many Twyla dolls, so this is a nice switch from the main cast. I do like blue and purple, so I feel I'm really going to like Twyla's usual color scheme in this. I have one more Garden Mysteries doll to review after this one, and then it's back to my backlog of Monster High stuff to review. Unless something newer releases soon. Anyways, let's get into today's review. Alright, so let's take a look at our Garden Mysteries Twyla here. I already took her out of the box. I kind of skipped the unboxing bit. Pretty much all of the accessories except for the doll came inside these little paper packets. The whole gimmick of this one was actually to use this little lens here on the skeleton key to look for little symbols, just as something extra and fun to do. But in the both sets that I opened, have not found anything. So, I mean, those don't really serve the purpose they're supposed to. It also comes with a set of instructions on what you're supposed to be looking for on those little packets, but also how to kind of like assemble all the little bits for the garden elevator lift thing. Now, I'll actually take a look at our doll first, just to kind of move her from the background so that my camera doesn't try to focus on her the entire time. So let's take a close look at Twyla. So I noticed right off the bat, I haven't reviewed too many Twyla dolls. So I'm going to point out probably the regular things that she has going on, like the little buttons in her eyes. Can't tell if that's like a green or a blue. Maybe it's like a teal color in her eyes. Haven't reviewed her too many times. See. Now see, Draculaura had like the little flower petals falling off of her makeup here, but like she has like a maybe like a little butterfly shape there. It is a little bit different on this side. There's a little hook. I don't know if it's just missing over here or if it's just supposed to be on the one side. I don't know. I guess it just kind of mixes things up a little bit. I do like the various shades of purple she has going on here. I like the little gradient they have up above the eye there too, where the purple fades into that blue, or that bluish purple. I can be a little bit colorblind sometimes. And she does not have earrings in yet. Her set does come with earrings. It's got this shiny kind of shade of purple lipstick on. Her hair, kind of like Draculaura coming out of the box, came out very nice. Not really any kind of box hair on this one. It's a little bit frazzled there at the ends, but I think that's just the result of when they made the ponytails. Or the, what would you call those, pigtails? She's got both of those on either side. Very nice looking hair. Very shiny, various shades of that like blue and purple. It's very pretty. It's got it parted on either side there. But I also kind of like that it's not just parted down the middle. It's kind of off to one side a little bit. Although I can't tell if these are balanced or not. Is it supposed to be like that? Because then it kind of... I don't know. It still kind of looks nice to me. Alright. If we continue looking at her, she has her usual kind of, I'm going to call them tattoo marks, but that sort of misty Sandman purple on her hands and her arms with those designs. As well as her legs. Let's take a look at this belt she has on. Which is kind of, I mean, I think it's supposed to be a spider, but it almost looks like a crab to me just because of the web that's on there for the buckle. Kind of looks more like a crab to me than a spider. Just little cobweb designs going around the belt. That just kind of buttons on in the back. And that is like kind of like a malleable rubber. So if I pull that off, take a quick look at that. I mean, it bends really easy. That's not going to snap. And honestly, with these, I think I noticed that each one of the Guard Mystery Dolls comes with one of these. And like one of these sort of dresses like this. I'm not sure what kind of dress to call it. But I kind of like the way the dress looks without the belt on it. I think they look a lot prettier. But I really like the floral designs on here. I can't tell if those are like little like ghostly faces on there. I think they are. That's kind of like it's like cool kind of creepy. But then they're kind of like mixed in behind like these really pretty flowers and that. And then it's just Velcroed on. I like that it's actually fabric straps over the shoulders instead of the clear rubber ones. Those don't last very long. Now, these little socks on her legs are pushed all the way up. But like on the packaging, they're supposed to be like this. But they're very loose around her ankles. She does come with a set of boots. So maybe like the boots will be up higher and then it'll look like those go down into there. But I noticed compared to the old dolls, the modern dolls don't have a whole lot of room in their shoes for like any extra like socks or anything like that to kind of go down around their feet and back up. Otherwise, they just kind of get ripped apart. I get why they don't do that, but we also kind of need them to do that. She has like those sort of Sandman designs on her legs there that are that fancy purple kind of design there. I'm not too much a fan of those socks or leggings, whatever you want to call those. Let's take a look at her shoes. I want to talk about that in a sec. So we have this sort of squares or diamond pattern around there. Kind of almost reminds me of snakeskin, but not quite. Little button straps there. Can't tell. I would say those are supposed to be, but oh, maybe it's like a quilt. Maybe it's supposed to look like a quilt, and then it has like these little straps, and then those are buttoned on. What have we got on there, though? Is that just like an order? I can't quite make anything out. It just looks a little bit ornate on the platform there. But then the heel is really cool. This is the first time I've seen them do this. The heel is made up of like a stack of books. I think that's pretty neat. I like that idea. And then on the bottom, we have this ornate design, but then like a keyhole. I kind of lost my access to watching the show on Nickelodeon and that, but like I haven't really been watching the show, so I'm not sure how that relates to the show or the characters. I just really like the toys. I think they're well made. I think they look cool. Most of the dolls are very pretty. So I'm like, hey, these are cool. I'm going to get these. I'm going to collect these. I'm going to review them. Because I do really like the toys. But I'm kind of curious to know what all of the keyholes are about in this Garden Mystery set. So, I mean, that is a very, very cute Twyla doll. I think this is a nice dress, but I think the other outfit's going to look really good on her. All right. So let's look at the outfit stuff from the right, and I'm going to go to the left. So to start, let's actually start looking at these boots here. So her boots, let's have kind of like a webbing pattern. Little laces going down. I like that they painted those instead of just sculpting them the same color. Got some vines coming up around the platform there. Oh, that like little sort of like crab spider thing coming down as the heel. But the thing about this is it's like very thin. It's very, they had to make it malleable. Otherwise it's just going to snap off. Like I like the way it looks but there is no way that I am going to be able to get this to stand. Granted, you know, usually these dolls don't stand on their own anyways, but I'm usually able to, like, finagle it to where they actually sort of can. Like the little webbing under there. Then it's sort of like a wood board pattern on the bottom of the shoe there, for the boot. Those look kind of interesting. I mean, unique design. They're trying some different stuff, which is a good thing. We're not always getting the same thing every set. Let's actually take a look at these outfit pieces. So for tops, this will actually be the first thing to put on, is this sort of sheer shirt that she has here with these very shiny purple designs on there, and kind of like roots and vines, going with our Garden Mysteries theme there. So that goes on first, but then this sort of corset, this little crop top or corset kind of goes on over the top of that. And I think these are made of like a nice kind of shiny material. They just Velcro in the back. It's good that they have these fabric straps instead of the clear ones again. Then we just have a little bit of black frill across the top there. I think each one of these in the Garden Mystery sets come with like a similar outfit. The colors are just kind of themed to that character. And this looked really nice on Dracula. I'm really curious to see how it looks on Twyla. And then we get this nice, soft kind of fabric for Twyla as well, with this really nice skirt. It's that very pretty sort of teal color. At least I think it's teal. As again, my eyes just kind of play tricks on me sometimes. That, and it depends on the lighting I got going on here. But yeah, I mean, this is like a nice soft fabric, very pretty color. It's a very cute skirt. Now we start getting into, well, she's got one more outfit accessory here. It's got these little translucent plastic earrings here, which look like they are little flowers. Trying to make out if there's anything else kind of added to them. They just look like really nice floral earrings. Those were nice. Now we get into some of the other playset kind of accessories. We get some little hangers with little skullettes on there. Somewhat ornate design. Again, they're only like have the skullette on the one side. But those will be able to hang actually on the left side of that lift. That can be used kind of like a closet. So we get 2 of those. This will be added to the lift in a little bit, just as a hanger bar for those hangers. Let me set that over there. She also came with a cup of tea, except Dracula's, it was like tentacles rising out. This is sort of like a... it kind of looks like a mist to me. But there's also a little rabbit hanging out of the mist there in the middle. Thought that was a neat little touch that they added on there. Rather than just having the mist, they kind of add the little dust bunny on there. A little bit of ooze pouring over the top of the cup. Looks like we have some, I don't know, either tentacles or some vines or something crawling up the web cup there. Nothing special on the bottom, but we have a little bit of a misty design as well on the saucer. But I think these are kind of neat. And you can get the dolls to hold them. They just have a little bit of weight to them. Knock this out of the way. This here's our skeleton key. Again, it's that lens you're supposed to use to look on the paper packaging for something, but I never found anything in the either of the sets I've opened so far, but I mean, this has a neat design to it. I really like the various flowers that are on here. This looks cool. And it's fairly sturdy for opening the locks on the lift. Next, she also comes with this little handbag, which just looks cool. It looks like a little house. Looks like a little sculpted zipper on the little top there behind those little bunny ears. Again, we see that little keyhole theme there on the door. Very neat design there on this, too, and it's well painted. Well, at least on the one side. On the back side, it's just sculpted. But we have vines. We have our little sort of crab spider there. I'm going to keep calling it that because I don't specifically know. The one complaint I'd have about this is to open this. There's this little tab there that looks very fragile. I feel like you wouldn't want to open this too many times. Otherwise, that's definitely going to end up breaking on us. Because you have to kind of pull that up a little bit. Like above this in order to open it up. Then on the inside, we can see that brick design. We can see part of the interior of the zipper, which is kind of cool that they sculpted that in. We have a little skullet pouch there on the inside, which looks kind of neat. That's just sculpted on there. But I mean, it's a cool little handbag. I mean, it stays closed very well, but you wouldn't want to bend that too much. Granted, it doesn't really seem big enough to really put anything in there, so I don't know why you'd open it too many times. Let's look at this first so the other thing makes a little bit more sense. So we get this really neat sort of like spooky sort of gingerbread or graham cracker house. I'll just go with gingerbread house for now. Although those just kind of remind me of graham crackers. But that looks pretty cool, the frosting, but then there's like frosted ghosts and like mist on there. Got like a little lock on that front door. Oh, a little skullet window with the little bow on there. Even the frosting oozing from the top almost looks like ghosts. And this is sort of like that malleable. It's like that rubber, so it's got a little bit of weight to it. It's well painted, so it's not going to get like scratched up or messed up very easily. Now this will get added to this neat little ornate serving tray, which is pretty cool. Oh, it's even got like a web design on the bottom. And I like that the little plastic handles are bones. It's somewhat flexible, so it's not just going to snap apart, which is a good thing. This can actually pin to that, and it's not going to fall off, which is pretty nice. I like that. Now we also have like a little ghost bunny cookie. The little finger loop so the doll can hold it. That's a really cool idea. Like, it's ridiculously cute, too. So I'll set that on the little tray. You know, I noticed something on the back here. There's like a little pin. Not exactly sure what that's for. Can I pin the bunny on there? I can. Okay. We also get like a little pair of like play tongs, but they're like in the shape of claws. I didn't notice that at first either. Little finger loop so the doll can hold it as well. Just kind of stick that on there for right now. All right. Now we start getting into some of our pieces for our lift here. Now, I suppose we can kind of take a look at these pieces first. So this is actually going to be like a little a little base to start with. Not for the dowel, but it's gonna kind of act as a lever. Now it has this design in here, but that's just kind of telling you that this thing kind of snaps onto there. It's like a sort of rose with like vampire lips. Now that just snaps into place there. And we take this little design here, pop that into the bottom of that. Now, the thing about these is, once we add this to our lift, it's either really hard to get it back out, but it's not really supposed to come back out. I think if you try doing that, you might end up breaking it, because I tried pulling the one off of Draculaura's, and it wouldn't give. So once it's on there, it's on there. But really, where this goes is down here in the bottom. There's a little slot. So long as the lift is pushed all the way down, this will actually pop into there. And it acts, I mean, it looks pretty neat. And it acts as a lever to push your lift up, and it snaps into place, and it keeps this kind of up out of the box. Now the thing about this, I am kind of disappointed that these aren't doors that you can open up and set the dowel in and then close, and then sort of, you know, this probably could have gone in the back or something to slide this up, and then maybe even go up a little bit higher so that you got more of the dowel sticking out and you can use it as like a playset lift. But even that has a neat little design in there. Reminds me of those old kind of hotel elevators. Little skullet in there. Fancy web design. Another skullet at the top. Now this piece, when you take your dowel out of here, because that's where the dowel is stored in the packaging, it also gives you one of these. It's like a little safety thing for the dowel. Now that just quite easily plugs into that and lifts up. You can stick your dowel in there and close so it's not rattling around on the inside. And that can just go back down there, and that snaps into place too, so that's not constantly sliding out. And then we have our two closets on either side of our box. Those could be opened up with our skeleton key. It's kind of weird trying to aim that into the slot on camera, because that's kind of how I'm looking at my stuff too. Those just open up. We have a little shelf in there. You can't put super tiny stuff or they'll just fall through these little holes. Actually, I just noticed this now, but on the back there's these little slots here that you can actually hang these up. That's kind of cool. So yeah, there's actually like little hanger slots back here. So if you really want to hang these on the wall, you can. On the other side, it has a little shelf, but up at the top, there's a little slot for this little bar that it came with. I'm trying to get this on camera. The round part slots into there, and that presses in on the other side there. There's a little slot. And that lets us just kind of put our hangers in there like a little closet. Now, as for the box itself, it has this really cool design to it. I'll lock those up so they don't open on me as I turn this thing. But it has this really cool skullet on the top with all this nice floral design, all the flowers and plants. It's very well sculpted. It looks really cool. That skullet at the bottom. I think each one has the same design, except the colors are different to match the characters. The sides are very plain, but then we have this here on the back. Almost looks like a stone design with some like wrought iron kind of fencing there. Yeah, those little wall hanger slots. And there's one more piece here. It kind of comes with part of a stand. Now this, you want to line up this little heart shape with any one of these little slots on the front, depending on the height of the dowel. And it will pop into any one of those little slots. And you can use the box kind of like a stand. So if you want, slide that onto her waist. Plug that into one of the little slots. And then it has those little hangers on the back, so you could actually hang this up. As long as you hang your hangers right. Space them out properly. But it kind of also acts like a little stand that holds the doll up. I don't know. She's not held as well as Draculaura is, but that's because Draculaura is just a little bit of a wider body type. Alright. But, I mean, cute doll, cool looking box. Not sure what to do with the box, other than it just kind of works as a storage thing, and the lift doesn't go up high enough for me to really want to use it like a regular playset lift, like it's going to go to a second floor. Because if I drop her in there, she's only like half or 3/4 of the way out. So it's like, who wants to take an elevator where you have to then like climb out of it? But I don't know, still might be kind of fun to use for something. I mean, it does look nice though. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to a montage. So this Garden Mysteries Twyla is another cute addition to the series. While I don't really care for the belt or the leggings she came with, the dress she comes with out of the box is quite pretty. However, I think the alternate outfit with the blue skirt and purple top looks fantastic. I like the way it looks for both Twyla and the prior Draculaura review. The accessories Twyla came with also match the theme of her character or are unique to her. The Misty Bunny in the teacup was a nice touch. The spooky gingerbread house is something I did not expect, but I found it kind of cool. As for the garden lift that serves as a stand, honestly I'm still not sure what I'd want to do with it. The lift doesn't work as a playset lift like I would want. I really would have liked doors in the front too, and put the lever in the back instead. I think it's nice that it has an attachable stand. I also noticed this time around that it has the hanger holes in the back if you want to hang them up on the wall. That's something I missed the first time around. The set looks really cool and comes with a wonderfully cute Twyla doll and accessories. The various options we have to use the cool looking garden box gives it a bit more value as an interesting display piece. I do somewhat like these garden boxes over the Skulltimate Secrets lockers too. I really started to get burned out on those. Hopefully we won't get any repeat characters with these garden boxes this time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment too. It's good to hear when folks find my videos helpful or interesting or have some constructive feedback to improve my videos or explain something I missed. It also truly does help motivate me to keep making these videos as well. It takes an awful long time for me to record, edit, process, upload, type out captions, and do quality control before I even schedule videos to be posted. So I always appreciate a response from those watching. This has been Heartless Spartan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.